need to learn how to establish a third base on time, not defend all ins every game, even though that's what I do every game. Turns out shield batteries are just like every time I've used shield batteries, I'm just like, oh my god, this thing is so ridiculous. And every time I'm just like, there's no way the shield battery will actually help enough. Like 8 or 9 roaches die, time goes by. It's just, oh, well. These things happen. He been watching the GSL, my man?
Yes, I'm not entirely caught up.
Group A, B, C is played today.
I've seen A, half of B, and half of C. I keep falling asleep in the middle of...
Oh my god.
I saw that MC did well, but I didn't finish that.
Yeah.
Like, I saw him 2-0, and then...
yeah, he 2-0'd stats, which is just... Actually, holy crap.
The stream is back up again, so now I don't even know. We just...
Well, which stream is it? Is it the right stream?
I don't know.
Zeno, you're killing me. I don't even know, I don't even know how to check to see if things are working or not.
It's supposed to be on the second stream. Okay, the second stream is up. It has the wrong title. I need to fix that next.
Alrighty then. Hi, doggy. Hi, doggy.
Doggy.
How's it going, buddy? My doggy. Hi.
I would like to get in new doggy soon. Ads.
Oh god, have you seen what they do in some of these PvPs where it's like both of them go Stargate, but one dude will still go Oracles, and now the Phoenix takes forever to kill an Oracle?
No.
It's actually so cool. I can't believe that you can just do that. Whoops. Do you want to do that, Zeno? Like me and him play or something?
Well, if they're good, I'll just let the pre-roll run.
Oh, okay.
Then it's easier to keep an eye on the chats while we wait for our guy to show up. Whoever shows
Fair
up
enough.
first.
Fair enough.
Dang it. Stupid autocorrect. It doesn't want to say JaMiT. It changed it to Jamie.
Oh my god. Wow. I'm following I'm finished I am watching uh some of the GSL things that I missed. Map editor robots. Nice.
And we're starting finally. Sorry this took so long. I even started on the wrong stream. Embarrassing caster things. But I'm
Honestly.
Xenodactyl, your host, and with me today is
Legolas. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Hopefully they are. Looks like one of our players was caught in traffic. Actually, two of our players have been caught in traffic. One is still on his way.
Yeah. Telling you, man. Strategic recall.
Yeah.
Easily could have gotten them home in time.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Maybe they're not Protoss players, though. So maybe that's their problem.
Yeah, neither of them are Protoss players, so...
Zergs? Just get a Nidus Worm.
Hmm.
Have you seen, by the way, some of these Nidus plays?
Oh gosh,
some of these higher level Zergs. It is actually so cool. Like there was one game that I was watching. I think it was in the GSL, and they had roaches and queens jumping between the
Oh
opponent's
yes.
main and their natural. They were
Yeah.
actually outmaneuvering Mutalisk,
Mm-hmm.
the fastest unit in the game. They're just, oh, over here. Oh, no, we're over here doing damage to you.
Yeah,
Oh, you're gonna
without
come in?
giving
Well,
any
screw you.
spoilers, you guys should
Oh,
watch. You guys definitely should watch True versus Lucera. How do you pronounce
yeah,
her name?
Lucira.
Lucira.
Yeah, true versus. Yeah, it was true Lucira. Oh, it was
Okay.
so good. I
Yeah.
loved it. Every minute of it. Even though I don't play Zerg very much anymore, that game
Oh
was
yeah.
so
It,
beautiful.
it, it, it was fascinating watching the Nidus play
Hmm.
in that game.
Yeah. And there were a couple like I know that a lot of people are not too big on mirror matchups, and I totally understand. Like some of them are not very interesting to watch because it's just, it's the same units versus the same units, but it's really quite cool watching some of these because it really shows the level of skill that each player has with their respective race, because you'll see some people doing certain little tricks that the other one isn't, and I find it very fascinating.
Hmm.
Especially like I know a lot of people don't like PvP at all, but I love PvP now. Like the more I think the reason that a lot of people don't like it is because they don't understand it very much.
Yeah, well, the new patch changes, like the most recent ones,
Hmm.
bring a lot less or bring a lot of stability, I think, to the matchup.
Hmm.
Cause like,
The Oracle change I
mm-hmm,
think is fantastic. Like it's not a direct nerf, but in some cases it's a buff because if you both go for Stargate, one of you gets an Oracle, one of you gets a Phoenix. It technically the Phoenix does still hard counter the Oracle because the Oracle cannot do anything to it. But the Oracle can still fly in and kill probes very quickly, and the Phoenix cannot kill the Oracle very fast anymore. But on the flip side of things, for Stalkers, basically two volley and Oracle now. So there's that.
mm, okay,
Anyways, I don't know. I could rant for days about all of the little things that you can do in PvP that I think are cool.
yeah, there's a number of like, I would say like it's specific to the unit interaction now.
Hmm. One thing that I actually really like too is even before the big patch after BlizzCon, people started doing Sentry Stalker openings. And with the change to the sentries, having their energy needed to do a hallucination reduced by 25, it really helps get that early scout off to make sure that your opponent isn't doing something absolutely ridiculous. Like if you're getting four-gated, you can actually scout with the hallucinated phoenix that it's coming before they even get to your base. And I also learned recently that if you go for adepts, the shades cannot shade through other shades. So you can actually use your adepts to hold the adepts of your opponent. Which I don't know. Adepts have been in the game for a long time, but I never knew that.
Oh yeah, it's like one of those tricks that you almost never end up using because it's so like situational.
Yeah.
Because like
And
most
it's
of the
also
time it's an easier reaction to put down the building.
yeah. Because if your adept is off by even a little bit, then the shades will just slip right on through. But looks like we are starting to get everything kind of figured out for you guys, getting the players into the map, about to get this show on the road.
hang on.
Hang on to what?
I don't know.
I'm just sitting at my desk. Do you want me to hold on to my keyboard? Maybe I should pick up this pen.
What is a Zerg?
What is a Zerg? A Zerg is a horrible mutated beast of destruction, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you were singing the Jeopardy song, right? So.
Oh, I see. Indeed. Answer: something that will get in and ravage all of your probes in a few instances. Zeno, what is a Zergling? That is right! Alright, well, we are getting into game, you guys. It is going to be a sick ZVZ on Kairos Junction. Zeno, how are we doing the intros today?
Why don't you start and I'll close out.
Alrighty then. In the bottom right, as the red Zerg player with the clan AlpX, it is Ariok.
And to the upper left, as the blue Zerg representing JaMiT, it is Razzle Dazzle.
What a classy ass name, too. He's also sporting the Carbot pylon right next to his hatchery, showing where his true loyalty lies is in the army of the Protoss. The backbone of all Protoss, by the way, is the pylon, in case you guys didn't know. Without it, they would be able to do absolutely nothing. Razzle Dazzle, actually, drone scouting. Look at this.
What about a Nexus 3 call rush?
You still need pylons for supply, my man.
This is true. We can probe rush, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 12 probe pole rush. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Alright, well, like I said, Razzle Dazzle did drone scout, looked around, was like, alright, you're going hatchery first. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm just going to take my hatchery with impunity. Not too many Zergs at the higher levels drone scout, but Platinum lower, I absolutely have no problem with it because there's so many times that you just die to a ton of Zerglings that show up to your base because you weren't ready.
Yeah, especially on a short map like this where like the rush can hit you harder and also you're not losing as much mining time.
Exactly. And the thing is at this level, I feel as though a supply block is going to hurt you more than the lost mining time that you get from this opening. Regardless, everything looking very standard as such. Looks like this drone here is going to be a roach one for Razzle Dazzle, though. The Baneling Nest. Okay, then. Interesting that he's hiding all of his buildings behind the minerals. I understand not wanting to get them surrounded by lings, but sometimes it's actually more beneficial to have them a couple of pixels away from the hatchery so that the Zerglings cannot get a wraparound on your queen as easily.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that for the spawning pool at least.
Yeah.
Like the Baneling Nest, okay, whatever. You may want to hide that, but the pool, I mean, you need a gateway, right?
Yeah. Well, such is the way of things. Both players just kind of macroing up, it would seem, though. Ooh, a lot of lings actually coming out for Razzle Dazzle. He might be wanting to put on the pressure a bit here. His Zergling speed is almost done. It's a few seconds ahead of Ariox. We'll see if that ends up mattering because a couple of Baneling connections and then all of a sudden, oh my goodness. I don't think the Arioch has any idea that this is actually coming. Like, he is making a bunch of Banelings, but he's just, oh, I think he's supply blocked. Oh, no, he's not. He's just making a ton of Overlords. Well, he does have a bunch of... Oh, he's okay. So he is just going to full wall, and it takes an enormous amount of Banelings in order to get through a queen, and there are 2 of them as well. A couple of extra drones actually sent to the wrong place. With this wall, it does not look like this attack is actually going to do anything. The Banelings and Zerglings are moving out, though. This could be very explosive very quickly. No, but both players pull back.
Just like a lot of pressure here at the front, but it's gonna need to find some purchase if Razzle Dazzle's gonna pay for his investment.
Yeah. Now, it could be that the Arioch is intending on doing a roach timing, maybe with +1/+1, but he's going to need a lot more gas if he's going to go for that. I think right now he's just scared that there's going to be a huge hit, but it appears that Razzle Dazzle is just kind of pulled back. He does have a huge bank of Zerglings back here, which are not doing anything. All of these could have been drones very easily.
Indeed.
Worker counts are looking very good for Arioch. He's almost 10 workers ahead.
Arioch is moving across the map with this. I don't think this is the right decision.
Yeah, the counterattack, if this goes wrong, could be very bad. Well, here he comes in. The no reaction so far. Banelings are kind of blowing up on single Zerglings at a time, but there's not... Oh my god!
Wow. Well, that was about as good of a hit as he was expected to get.
Yeah. The counterattack now is going to be interesting. There are a couple of roaches that are out.
He has the queens plugging the wall and
Yeah, these Zerglings are not going to get anything done. There's no way. There's way too many roaches behind the wall. And yeah, +1 for the roaches is on the way. No lair, so no possibility of speed. Oh my god, a lot of these drones are idle. This isn't good at all. Okay, he does fix that and get them back to work. Not sure how that happened. I think he must have...
a stasis ward.
Well, I don't know. I don't actually know. He must have gotten like the hotkey for to grab all of your larvae is S, which is also the stop key for drones.
Right.
So it's possible that he accidentally grabbed his drones, I suppose. But on the other side of the map, Razzle Dazzle is not. He is so anti-drones. It's ridiculous. He has so much. He has so many larvae. He almost has more larvae than he does drones. This is crazy. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. He's sitting on a lot of money as well. He's not quite supply blocked. I wonder where his attention is. Alright, there he goes. There's a big wave of drones. But Arioch is up to 42 drones, a lot of roaches. +1 is now done. And I believe with +1 done, he is going to move out. And with +1, roaches will demolish Zerglings. Absolutely demolish them. And no upgrades on the side of Razzle Dazzle. His roaches will not be able to hold on against this. Is yet to actually move out with these roaches, though. He looks like he's going to try and get +1 Carapace as well.
Arioch does have his Banelings moving across. He's gonna look for some more connections, I guess. I would have liked to see him bring his roaches if he was going to go for this
Oh my
attack.
god, these two oh my god, 2 banelings for like 5 there. That was not good at all.
Yeah, had his roaches engaged, he could have like tied up the army with the roaches so that his banelings could find the lings.
Yeah. I think that Ariok is actually just going to end up out macroing Razzle Dazzle here. He just is not making drones at all.
Now, drones are pretty important.
And there's a lot of drones actually idle, just sitting next to his natural. There he goes. He's actually got those back to work now. He is teched up into Hydras, which Hydras they put out a lot of damage, but the problem is you can actually beat a Roach Hydra army so long as you have just an overwhelming number of roaches, which is something that Ariok could easily come up with. And he also has the upgrade advantage, which will make this fight look very nasty.
Well, this kind of feels like an all-in off of his all-in that didn't commit.
Yeah.
Like
a lot more roaches are coming out now. This army right here with the upgrades that it has easily defeats this army over here. Plus 1 armor is finishing right on time, and this fight is just going to be so one-sided, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's nothing that's this, like, the lings basically bounced off the roaches, and now the backbone of Razzle's army is falling apart. Hydras are...
Spine Crawler, just to add insult to injury as well. Yeah, and with that, Ariok takes a commanding lead, and he needs to move across the map very quickly. I think he's forgotten about Roach speed, but it might not matter in this instance.
Yeah, he's...
11 more Hydras are coming out, though.
He can just push and end the game if he just takes a good engagement. Because, like, the Hydras, they're strong, but there's nothing to tank for them now.
Oh, he's getting Banelings. That's really good for Ariok. This fight might not be so good. He needs to pull back and wait for the rest of his roaches here. Of course, the upgrades might just be good enough. Oh, the Banelings come in the back! Oh, that was so sick! So much damage from those Banelings on those Hydras. Alright, he does have a decent army. I think he needs to just go and take out that third base. I think this is a little bit aggressive. Of course, if you're only making Zerglings as Razzle Dazzle here, this is not going to end well for you. And with that, Razzle Dazzle calls GG. Ariok takes the victory there. And I don't know if Razzle Dazzle really realized how much closer that game could have been, because Ariok was very against moving out for a long time. He was content to just sit back, and if he would have just made like 2 or 3 waves of drones, he actually would have been so far ahead. Like, he wouldn't have had the upgrade advantage, but his tech would have been so much better, and he would have been able to produce a lot more of those roaches and hydras. But Ariok able to out macro his opponent to victory. Very nicely done. It's worth mentioning, if he would have been able to tech into lurkers, like 1 or 2 lurkers burrowed in front of that natural, and those roaches never get through.
Sure.
Ever. Alright. We are going to get into our next game. I believe the way this works is Ariok, because he was the victor in that match, he is going to move on to face the next opponent. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
As it is a all-kill format, you stay until elimination, or until you have eliminated all 4 of your opponents.
All right. I hope I wasn't too overbearing in that ZVZ, but
do I look
it's
like
a matchup that it's a matchup that I studied quite a lot back in the day. So I can totally understand not like being scared to make drones off the back of that, but Eh, you have to make drones in order to win the video game. Typically, the person that mines more will win.
It's like there's an economy that contributes to the size of your army.
That's ridiculous, Zeno. That
Oh,
doesn't make any
okay.
sense.
Never mind.
Everybody knows this game is won by spellcasters.
Okay. I
Yogi.
will I'll go back to Warcraft 3 and find me a nice tower rush.
Is that anything like a cannon rush?
So I'm told.
What about a bunker rush? Is that similar?
I guess.
What about a spine crawler rush? Is that similar?
Sort of. I think of a proxy hatch as more similar to like the full blown cannon rush because of the production factor as well.
Mm-hmm.
What just happened?
You declined the ready process. Either that or it timed out. I'm not 100% clear. Ay, ay, ay. When I was getting up this morning, my dog was lying in bed with me, and I reached over to pet him to let him know that I was awake and that I wanted to, get up. And he got so excited. He jumped up and he started flipping all over the place. He's like, "All right, that means we're gonna go for a walk." Can't say that very loud, otherwise. Anyways, so he gets up, he starts running around, going crazy, and he jumps up onto my bed and he flips upside down, and I wasn't expecting it. Ends up hitting me in the eye with one of his paws.
Oh gosh.
My eye is actually not fully recovered yet from that because it hit pretty hard. I don't know if any of you have ever gotten hit in the eye before by a very angry individual, but it tends to bruise up and get quite blue or purple, and looks very pretty, and it feels very nice.
Oh. That wasn't dripping at all.
No. Oh, look at us. How lucky are we? We get to cast another ZVZ. Badooch. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. We ZVZ all day, every day.
Okay, so this is Automaton. It's a larger map. Kairos is so short with the way that last game played out, like the very seesaw motion, no you don't have like ships crossing in the middle of the night type scenarios very easily on Kairos. It can happen, but it's just not as likely with the way that map is structured. Automaton.
It's hard to say what we're gonna see here.
Yeah.
But I believe that some of the early Ling pressures actually do pretty well here. The Ling Bane pressure, as opposed to a roach timing, just because roaches are so much slower than zerglings.
Mm-hmm. I think I would not be surprised to see Muta play on this map. With all the possible airspace in and out of the main available to the Muta player.
Yes. One of the builds that I actually really enjoyed on maps like this is you go for a fast +1 carapace, which will benefit your zerglings and your roaches if you end up falling back on that. And zerglings with +1 armor do not die to a single baneling.
Oh.
So, Yeah. So it's also a little bit noob friendly in that respect. You accidentally run in all your Zerglings. Baneling doesn't instantly kill all of them, although it puts them at very low HP.
Right, right.
Um, but having have like and the thing is too is if in a straight up Ling battle, if your Lings have +1 armor and your opponents don't, the fight looks so one-sided it's ridiculous because Zerglings attack really fast, so that +1 negates a lot of the DPS that they're putting out.
Hmm.
So if you can if it's a straight up Ling battle, you're gonna have a huge advantage. And with making that many lings, it allows you to bank up a lot of gas so that when that spire pops up, you can easily get between 9 to 12 mutas out at a time.
Ah.
And that's where the power really starts to come into play.
Mm-hmm.
And it's surprising, actually, how fast you can get that muta count up in a ZVZ. Because if you're constantly running around with your Zerglings on their side of the map, it forces them to continuously produce Lings and Banes, which will slow down their drone and their roach production. So that when those, like, so as long as you just kind of run around and keep them busy, whenever your mutas come out, they'll meet very little resistance.
All right. Well, looks like we are gonna hop into Automaton.
Yeah.
Zergs.
A lot of people do not like the ZBZ matchup, and honestly, I find myself struggling to find a good reason
I mean,
to like this matchup. One misplaced Baneling can end the game, and that's not even a joke. It's a brutal, unforgiving matchup.
oh,
But
why? Why was I not paying attention to their color selection? Oh well.
red and orange, very nice.
The, the,
And
mm,
well, let's get the
yes,
intros
yes,
out of the
yes.
way,
We'll
shall we?
start with
All
that.
right. So up in the 2 o'clock position on the map, we have our red Zerg player playing for Alpha B. It is Ariok.
And this was scheduled to start at 8 p.m. Eastern. And in that position, as the orange Zerg representing JaMiT, it is Maschi.
And he is straight up 13-12ing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, this would explain his color selection. Here, let me throw banelings at you that you cannot see because they're the same color.
Well,
Ah,
the good news for Ariok is he went for spawning pool before hatch,
yes.
so it is actually quite is actually well, I'm not going to say it's quite easy, but this is very holdable.
Yeah,
The
he
potential is there.
has the like build order advantage in the defensive ease. Like he'll still have to defend, but he has all the tools he will want. In
Now, hopefully that
the
Overlord
immediate
actually
future.
saw these lings, because he needs to get a spine crawler up. Yes, and he is. Okay, he is getting a spine crawler up. He has lings coming out as soon as that Overlord. Oh no, you do not want to make drones, my man. This is a 13-12. You need Zerglings. You
Oh
need
my.
more Zerglings. Alright, this hatch might be forfeit.
Very likely if he droned.
Yeah. And is he going to cancel?
Hopefully.
No, he is not going to cancel. That is painful. Where are these drones going?
Who knows?
Oh my goodness, this okay, he does have the spine, so that does force the Lings back, but this is unnecessary damage that he was
I
taking right
think he
there.
misclicked,
These
and I think he meant to Q Lings and instantly
yeah.
hotkeyed them. That would explain why the...
Oh, okay. These Lings can actually kill so much here.
Yeah, the queen
Wow, they
survives.
don't get that queen. That's insane.
That queen needs to go hide right next to this spine crawler.
I totally agree with that. He does have another queen coming out. He might be able to transfuse that girl, but on the other side of the map, Maschi is actually kind of well, no, he's not exactly macroing out of this. I think he's just going for the next wave. He has his Baneling nest. He has a couple of extra drones that he's producing.
It's a small transition. It allows him to
Yeah.
get more production. It allows him to drone a little bit, and he does
Yeah.
enjoy a supply advantage from this position.
Mhm.
He will probably continue that aggression with that Baneling nest.
Oh, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. He's actually in such a good spot. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I think he's gonna kill this Overlord as well. That is losing an Overlord at this point in the game is very brutal. Because
So
especially
normal-
on one base, you're not taking in that many resources. He is going to try and defend his Overlord, but that is not a good idea. He has to pull back, and he is. Oh, Master Chi is not actually going to finish off that Overlord. Only 3 shots from dead. Come on, boy.
distracted her.
Wow. Well, I guess those Lings did their job then.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
guess so.
Banelings are morphing in front of Maschi's base here. He has them queued up to go in 2 different directions, 3 Banelings apiece, but I do not believe that this is going to do anything. There are 5 Banelings, or 6 Banelings rather. Oh, this is very weird engage. There go the Baneling. One goes into the main, but the queen sniped them. Queen does go down, but at the cost of many Zerglings.
I don't believe that accomplished anything.
Yeah, Maschi's actually in such a great spot. He's ahead on army. He's ahead on drones. He is in a great spot, and he's already attacking the natural again of Ariok. These queens actually need to be positioned a little differently, and they can block off that ramp entirely. 2 queens next to each other keep infinite Zerglings and Banelings out. A lot of Banelings on the way for Maschi, and many more Zerglings are coming across the map as well. I think we're about to see the exact same thing on the other side of the map here.
Well, it's probably gonna get a lot more done.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good Baneling hit. My God.
Mask is doing a good job using individual Banelings to detonate on
Oh, wow,
large
these-
clumps.
These Zerglings get insane value taking out those 2. Oh, okay. 1 Baneling goes down. The Lings from Ariok need to pull back. 2 Banelings still live. There's not actually enough. There's actually so many Baneling explosions that there aren't enough Zerglings that are on the other side of the map. Maschi does not have 1 queen injecting on his natural either. His production would be so much better. He'd actually easily overwhelm if he was injecting on both of his hatches.
Well, you can just get a 3rd, right? And then he has more left it that way.
Yeah. As it stands, Ariok is actually kind of stabilizing here. He just needs to, if he drones up a little bit here.
I'm not sure if he feels comfortable to drone. Like, he should.
Yeah, he should be, but he does have this Overlord still sitting out, and he's technically scouting everything that's coming across, but I don't know how much he's actually paying attention. Maschi has an interesting rally point. A lot of Overlords are coming across the map. Oh, Maschi actually has his 3rd done. I didn't notice that. This is really good. A little bit of a scuffle at the natural, but nothing really getting done here. Maschi is actually kind of running away with this game. He has tech. He has 3 hatches. If he could get his injects going, and not be supply blocked.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Fixing
sorry, it's
that
actually
rally.
area.
Oh,
Yeah.
all the overlords will go home now, as they are drunk.
Looks like a couple are going to pay for it with their lives, though. Two
this
queens.
is why you don't drive and drink.
Yeah.
Or fly and drink.
Oh my
Float
god.
and drink. Whatever overlords
Oh my god,
do
is
for
he going to get a
locomotion.
third? If Ariok turns this overlord around, he might actually be able to get a third. There's a lot of Lingbane coming across the map. I don't think he wants this overlord to see it, though. Oh my goodness. Not sure what this Lingbane is actually for. He does have his Roach Warren, right? Yeah, he does. Okay, so he has a few roaches. Isn't getting Overlord speed yet. He hasn't decided to saturate his gas in his main yet either. I don't know. Very, very interesting. Looks like there is going to be a little bit of a maneuver, but those roaches are going to put an end to that immediately. Honestly, Maxi just needs to pull back, get like a good wave of drones, and then make nothing but roaches from there on, and he will easily run this game. But yeah, because Ariok is falling into the classic I don't want to make drones syndrome.
Or the I am scared to drones, more specifically. Because, like, there's a reason why he feels this way, right? Like, he took a lot of damage on the opening. He didn't get anything done on his counter-aggression. And so now he just feels like he's behind. And he is, but he would not be as behind if he just stepped hard on one side or the other.
Yeah. And with that, Mashi is now going to take a fourth base, putting down a macro hatch, getting double evolution chamber. He's now getting his roach speed as well. I mean, Ariok doesn't need to be as scared. He just needs to scout a little more. He's only just now taking his third.
As the fourth of his opponent is halfway done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mashi is actually just going to max out on roaches, I believe. Hitting a little bit of a supply block. Is he right now? Yeah, these colors being so close together is really bad for me.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind what
do?
colors people select, except when it's ZVZ.
Yeah.
That's the only time I care. I was like, oh, I didn't check,
my God.
and it's a ZVZ.
The army supply is actually almost identical, except that Maschi is up almost 20 workers. That is not good at all for our red third player here. This is not going to end well. He has a Nidus going down, and magical things can happen if you have a Nidus. The Overseer is getting shooed away, though, by the Queen in the main. Infestation Pit, Hydra Den going down now for Max G. This is just out of control in his favor right now. Ahead on drones, ahead on army.
The classic one drone in the middle of the fight. Ariok really pulling out the moves there. Oh, it's decided to join the army. Maybe it will become a spine crawler.
If I had to guess, I would say that that's actually just a misrally.
Yeah, much more
because,
likely.
especially when you can hotkey your eggs directly into your army hotkey. It's very easy to do that. I am curious. Yeah, he does have all of his stuff rallied to go into the Nidus. We'll see when and if that actually pops up. Wow, Overlord Fest over here at the 9 o'clock position for Max G.
Oh, yeah.
That is funny. There's a lot of roaches, though. So many roaches. And he has his Lurker Den going down now as well. He is just getting further and further ahead. Also, double upgrades are on the way for him. I believe that, yeah, I believe that +1 missile is already done for Ariok, but he has not started his armor or anything else yet. Very slow passive game right now.
Yeah, we had kind of that like rushed start, and then it just kind of fizzled out once roaches got into play. Neither player
Yeah.
really wanting to be caught out of position, I suppose, and just
Hmm.
sitting at home. The Nidus is like, it's like bait, right? Like, here, casters, this can totally become an action-packed game, but my overlord is not has not found a location I want tonight, so I'm just gonna sit here.
Funnily enough, he is actually rallying units into the Nidus. I don't know if he's aware of that or not.
Yeah, he has like 3 roaches, 2 hydras, and 2 lings inside there.
Yeah. Oh, this Roach Ravager army though. I know that he is getting Hydras behind this, and I would almost bet that those are all going to instantly turn into lurkers. And once he has the lurkers, this game is going to be pretty much over because he can just run those in and burrow them, and then this army can never engage on his ever again.
That's. I mean, I don't disagree
Roaches
with you
get.
in the sense that it's a very.
Oh, there is going to be a Nidus
Oh, hello.
out in front of his fourth. I do not believe that he can see this. No, it is just barely out of range. He has an idea of somehow of where it is, though. Okay, he does spot it. Hydras come over, take out an Overlord, and are going to start attacking in on this. He's going to collapse on top of this Nidus, though, and this Nidus is going to get nothing done.
He had a couple units, but then the rest of his
Yeah.
units were not.
Yeah,
in
the rest of the
Nidus.
units weren't actually loaded up into that Nidus. Oh, okay, so this looks like it's more of a harassment Nidus to me. He has some Banelings loaded up. It'd be very interesting to pop out one of those like into the main or natural and just blow up a ton of drones. But he doesn't actually have vision of any of that as it stands. This Roach Hydra army right here. Is he going up to... He does have Hive. Yeah, he has Hive already. He's getting +3, +2 for his army. +2 only on the side of
no.
Ariok with only roaches and
Ariok
a
is moving
couple of
out,
Ravagers.
and okay, he's
Oh, he does
identified
have-
his army.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this engaged right here. Oh, the Bile's landing all over Ariok's army, and this is totally one-sided fight. Mashti is just going to demolish this. He has the upgrade advantage. He has corrosive files raining all over his army. One single lurker burrowed in the back for good measure. What? Oh, he's going to take out the Overseer,
Yeah,
I suppose?
I guess with his 2 hydras.
Almost. Maybe not. Okay. Very interesting. More lurkers are morphing in on the side of Ariok here, but random Nidus, where does that go?
I don't see it.
I heard it. Don't know. I don't know where it is or if it's still alive anymore. Alright, well, I'm just going to say that I don't know what I'm talking about and
Okay.
continue on. There are a few lurkers here on the side of Max G. I guess he just doesn't realize how unbelievably ahead and better his army is. Because if he had any clue, he would just collapse right in. There's only a couple of lurkers kind of spread out, and one lurker out there by itself is not going to really do anything, especially because he has so many overseers. All right, he is almost maxed out. I am going to guess that once he is maxed out, he's just going to push hard. He's just waiting for that. He has 2 spires on the way as well. +3 is almost done. Scouting around with one roach. Seems a little scared to move in, though. Alright, he does burrow his lurkers. I believe he has the instantaneous burrow for the lurkers. That is very, very powerful. Yeah, look how fast those bad boys burrow. My god, that is terrifying. Taking out a random overlord, just kind of sitting over here. Taking out an overseer. Alright, +3/+2 versus +2/+1 and a smaller army.
Yeah.
More lurkers coming in. Oh my god.
I feel
A
like
little bit of poking and prodding here, but as soon as Master Chief decides that he wants to win this game,
I feel like he's respecting Ariok's position a lot.
yeah,
Especially because
and
there's lurkers and he's like wary of engaging down into a concave of lurkers. And he's gonna.
Yeah.
That's a nice start. Coming at it from the side, he's gonna bow down one of those lurkers and start to pick away that.
All those vials land on everything, including the one lurker.
Yeah, and suddenly this space is wide open, especially with his superior army count.
He is slowly moving in. Oh my god, the lurkers are just destroying everything. The splash is ridiculous. And there's no detection over here at all for Ariok, and the lurkers are going to move forward and siege up on this base. This third is history. Goodbye. That is it. Mashi takes the game there. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Very slow, painful death, but he does deliver it. It's a little painful to watch somebody that's actually that far ahead realize or not be able to realize that he's that far ahead. But and it's also very hard to commentate because it's just like, well, this guy has 3 times as much stuff as this guy does, so he's probably going to win whenever they fight, if they ever fight. Anyways, good play there by Master. A little bit more scouting next time. Maybe you can figure out that you can push in right now and win the game. But other than that, very nicely done. Off the back of a 13-12, that was a pretty interesting game. It went very late.
Yeah. You see a 13-12 and it's like, okay, well, this game should be decided in the first 3 minutes of the game, and nope.
Yeah. I still believe that if he was playing or if he was injecting a little bit better in the early game, he would have been able to overwhelm, but his natural was just never getting any injects, and so because of that, he was actually floating a lot of money and not having any larva to spend it on. And there are also a lot of Lingbane trades that were very wonky. Just like 5 or 6 banelings kind of crashing into each other. And then both player being like, oh, well, I guess I can't engage now.
Man, oh man.
Goodness. This game, it's so interesting because it can be played so many different ways, and every player has a different take on how they want to execute things.
Well, I mean, StarCraft, as much as it is a strategy game, it's also a game of expression. Like, you gravitate towards styles because in some way they represent how you think.
Yeah. Like in your case, you're a cheesy dickhead.
Okay, well, that's not what I meant, but okay.
You express yourself by building buildings in the other person's base.
I just want to be neighbors. Can't we all get along?
Zeno, this is a game of war.
What?
You're trying to kill your opponent. You don't want to
What?
make friends with him. No.
No.
I think what it is is you're a dirty thief in real life. You want to steal your opponent's main base every game. That's why you start building buildings in his base. You just slowly creep in and just, hey man, I'm moving in. You need to go and find somewhere else to live. Because I like your house.
Do you have a nice house?
I used to. Then my water heater exploded one day.
Oh my.
And yeah, I wasn't home. I came home to a plume of smoke and a bunch of firefighters standing around outside.
Oh my.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
How unfortunate indeed. Anyways,
well,
on a totally different topic, because I don't like that topic. Oh my god, it is another ZBZ, boys.
I know.
Low-level ZBZs are my favorite. That's all right. I'm sure that this will do well. We're gonna have a fun-filled, action-packed ZBZ this time. We're not gonna have to wait for 10 minutes for the opponent to kill the guy.
You sure about that?
No. Alright, it is going to be on Cyber Forest. The one notable feature of Cyber Forest is your main base is enormous. Absolutely enormous. There's so much extra space in the back to build production. Probably not going to be a huge factor in a ZBZ, but it is also a good place to hide Nidus worms.
Ah.
Another cheeky thing you can do is if you go for Ling Bane, if you slip a couple of Zerglings into the corner, which there's a lot of space to hide the Lings, morph them into Banelings, a couple of minutes later, a bunch of dead drones. Maybe? I don't know. Let's see if we see any of that.
That's probably the more practical application. Like, a Nidus is a considerable investment still.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is, I would still argue that you could do it with a little bit less of an all-in. Oh my god. What is this? Gas first out of... Okay, well, anyways, let's introduce our players really quick so we can start talking about this nonsense. In the top left, playing for JaMiT Games, it is MaxChi.
And to the bottom right has the orange Zerg with the double extractor trick. Probably going for hatch first, which I'm not sure that's what you want right now. Oh, okay, maybe not. It is Axis.
No idea what I'm looking at right here. That gas was so early for this style of build, but we'll see what MaxChi does with it. Spawning pool is about to finish. Spawning pool of Axis is just barely getting started over here. But he does have quite a ways to travel. Oh, interesting. He actually does this perfectly. He pulls right off of gas. All right, so this is not a 13-12. This is going to just be a straight up 12 pool all in, I suppose. 8 Zerglings, 6 of them already on the way. Queen is coming out. He's going to need an Overlord here pretty soon as well if he wants to continue this.
Okay, the Overlord
and I do not believe that this hatchery is going to be savable, honestly. He does need a spine crawler to go down almost immediately. Is about to scout it with his Overlord. I don't know if he saw it with the other one or not. Really needs to start doing something here. He is getting more Zerglings. These 2 Zerglings need to not go down there. That is a bad idea. Alright, so what Master needs to do is just stick a couple of Zerglings onto this hatchery and just use like 4 to fight these lings here. Hasn't quite mastered that yet.
Axis
is getting a lot of
too many lings down there, and he's like, he can't save this. He's lost his, like, what he needed to do.
Yeah, and speed finishes right now for Maxi. This is going to be over quite soon, unfortunately. He retreats from the broodlings as he should, and I believe he's going to have another wave of lings come over. Oh, he is super supply blocked. He must have lost an overlord somewhere. Yeah, this queen has a kill here. Okay. Now, lings with speed versus lings without speed. Lings with speed almost always win, and such is the case right now.
Okay, well...
Queen is adding a little bit to this, so he is going to hold. Speed is now done for Axis.
So, what needed to happen when his overlord saw the lings coming across the map? Because he had information long before it was actually at his doorstep. Either he needs to, like, cancel that hatch, build a spine on the high ground, and, like, just accept the fact that he has a drone advantage. Or he needs to pull his drones with the lings and defend as a group of, like, 6 lings and 8 drones.
Yeah.
If he intends to keep that low ground expansion. That's probably the harder option, but at this level, I would be...
Oh my god, these banelings!
Oh, wow. Okay.
With that, these Zerglings are shooed away, and honestly, at this point, I think Axis is probably going to be able to stabilize, because the supply block kind of just destroyed this aggression here.
Yeah.
And I think that Maxi has realized that. He is starting to drone up hard again, which is definitely the right call. He has enough Zerglings out that he can hold off anything that Axis can do at this point. I'm not sure if Axis is planning on getting aggressive or if he is going to try and drone up as well. Really would love to see him. Oh, that was a wasted baneling. That's why you really need to have those on separate hotkeys. Yeah. He really needs to do something with this amount of Zerglings. If nothing else, scout around. Yeah, and it looks like he is going to try and scout around here. We do have a baneling nest for Max G, but I do not believe we actually have any banelings right now. Oh, this is a sweet little spot. He is going to break through. This pack of lings can actually do a lot of work. There are no Zerglings for the opponent. Oh my god, the wall tries to go down, but there are way too many lings. He's just going to flood on in. Zerglings versus drones in massive amounts. Tons of lings are trying to come out now, but there's just nothing. The lings are going to be out too late. This queen goes down. No, he doesn't go down. He focuses the hatchery. Does retarget there. He's going straight for the hatchery. I think it would be better if he just runs up here and kills drones. The lings are going to hatch here.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
He does have a stream of lings coming across the map, though. Banelings morphing on Moss. I do not believe that this is going to end favorably for Max G. I think the Axis has actually figured out a way to the end of this game, and it is banelings in great quantity.
Those are some nice connections, too.
Alright. Now, I understand why the banelings explode on the hatchery. That was not value, but he is going... Oh, the queen actually gets out. That's amazing. He is going to get the hatchery, bringing Max down to 1 base. A couple of roaches come out and a baneling, but this many Zerglings can actually fight this. Do not go on it! Oh my god.
Not if they engage like that.
Alright, now, I still hold that Axis has a huge advantage. Because this many banelings and Zerglings, even against roaches, if you get the full surround, roaches are not very good against this many lings. He is going to wiggle his way up here. I believe there are maybe enough Zerglings to break on through anyway, though. Yes, it is going to be enough. And there's just a flood of lings behind this. And that is GG. Axis is able to claw his way back into that game off of the back of that huge supply block there from Max G. That was absolutely brutal. Look at that.
It was also that Baneling, that like
yes,
those
that Baneling
lings
connection was really good.
Those lings from Mask, they were supposed to hold him security while he droned freely, right? Because he put on this early pressure and got the economic advantage by shutting down the natural. But then he has leftover speedlings, which he, from like his state of mind, from where he's trying to go in the game, he doesn't want to create any more army units. So those, like, that's his linchpin to defend. And like he lost that to the Baneling. So suddenly the pressure or the tempo swings the other way. Axis takes advantage of that and goes across the map and finds his way to victory.
Here's the way that I look at it, though. At the point where he lost that Overlord, he was on 20 supply, and that Overlord that got killed by the Queen in the main base there, that Overlord should never have been there in the first place. It should have been queued to go to the natural, not his main. But whenever that Overlord died, he had to not only build an Overlord to replace that one, he would have had to continue producing another Overlord, which he's only on 13 drones. So 200 minerals is a lot to deal with at that point in the game. And if he would have been able to continuously send lings across the map with speed, at that point, he would have been able to break up the ramp, and he would have easily killed a critical number of drones there, because the Baneling nest was not done, and there was no spine that was being put down. The lings would have absolutely ravaged after the natural went down. But he hit that supply block. He was not able to continue to put on the aggression, and that to me is the critical point where the tempo swung back. Now, obviously, that Baneling connection that took out all of the Zerglings allowed Axis to actually finish the game off, but up to that point, he was in a pretty decent spot. But anyways, we are going to move into the next game. It is going to be on year 0. And
I didn't.
It looks like we're going to get a Protoss versus Zerg this time around. All right, we're gonna drop out of this one, I guess, then.
Okay.
All right, bail out of that one then. Try again.
When Caster realizes Caster goofed.
Well, I mean, when it's this Caster, it can almost be expected.
Oof. Shots fired. Savagery. How about we go play a game and we be neighbors?
You want to try and be neighbors with me, friend? Bring it. Bring it, I say. I get to pick the map that we're neighbors on.
Oh.
None of that 3 pylon bullshit.
3 pylon? There's 2 pylon ones. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. There are 2. That bullshit. My god. Dirty cannon rushers, man. They think they're hot shit because they know a trick that I didn't know. That's why I full wall every game. You'll never get into my base.
You know that two cannons can kill a gateway before. Oh man. Okay, they are ready.
All right.
Before
Alright,
a
so it's
stalker
going to-
or a cannon can be a.
Yeah. Alright, is going to be a PVZ on year 0.
Speaking of cheesy players,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you about this time I played Ray.
Alright then. Well, let's get through the introductions really quick, and then we can reminisce together. We'll do it quickly so that we can get your full story quickly.
Okay.
Alright, in the top left of the map, playing for CT6, I suppose, it is Ray.
No, that's not the. There's the tilt. It did not go. And to the top right has the orange Zerg, representing AlphaX. It is Axis. Why are we not tilting? I hit the same keys.
If it's the same as mine, it's insert delete.
It's
but
not.
Okay. Anyways, pylon a little late there, but that's all right. Oh my God, I believe Ray is going Nexus first. Check this out. I love this. This is a cool play. This is very cool. Unfortunately for him, spawning pool first out of Axis. So he could put on some major pressure here. That is, of course, unless Ray goes for a Forge? Or is he going for a Gateway? Let us see. Come on. Forge! Alright! Scouting drone from Axis, by the way, sees the Forge, but did he click on it? I couldn't tell. Gateway goes down to help complete the wall. Probe is going to sit here and wait. Oh no, he is going to drop another pylon, so that is the full wall right there. And I expect a cannon to be put down behind this. Single gas goes down for him right now, and there is the cannon.
I'm gonna say this is gonna look like a Nemesis game.
Well, she did pretty well in the last couple of games that I casted, so we will. Are you suspecting Stargate tech, or do you believe that we're going to get DT tech?
More likely the latter.
This is a very interesting wall. This Forge Cybercore, is that flush if that pylon gets blown up by
I believe so.
Alright, so if there is a Baneling bust, it would have to hit this pylon.
Yes.
Alright.
Which a pylon, or two pylons in fact, could just one on either side of the gas, and that's another wall.
It looks like it could be a Baneling bust as well. We have that nest going down right now. Overlord is going to come over here and take a look at this wall. He needs to turn around pretty quick, though. Cannons are going to shoot his face, and he does do that. Nice, good reaction there. Alright, so he does see the wall. What is his take on the situation? Is he going to continue to go for it?
Well, the pylon on the side we talked about is still fairly exposed, and
it's going to be a robo before Twilight, so could just be for Immortals. Maybe he's going to get
might be playing somewhat standard. I mean, we don't see the Stargate, which would be completely standard.
Wow. Getting a lot of extra pylons, my god. It's not going to get supply blocked anytime soon.
Twilight Council does go down, and
Stalker patrolling in the main base to make sure that Overlord doesn't come in. Yeah, a couple extra gateways. I am not sure what this is going to be yet.
Well, we will get that
He's
Baneling
getting-
Best that you were.
He's getting +1. He has +1 now.
And a
What
prism.
prism is done? Is this some sort of charge lot? Yeah, okay, so this is going to be a charge lot timing, it looks like. He hasn't pulled off of gas, and he is throwing down a lot of gateways. Is this just a very defensive version of the charge lot all-in?
I'm not sure.
I believe it is. A lot of Banelings are coming up, going to take that pylon out immediately. Zerglings come on in. The probes are going to get ravaged. Are there any units here besides the Stalker? No. The Zerglings are going to kill absolutely everything, and I believe they're going to move straight into the main. Do not want to attack those Zealots, really.
There we go.
There you go. You need to get on in there, take out those probes. The cannon is going to draw some of the attention of the Lings, so this is not going to completely kill him. But he has taken a lot of damage. Another huge wave of Zerglings are coming over. He needs to plug up that wall. And he is. Alright, the Immortal and Zealots are getting loaded up, but I think he needs to start considering... Yeah, there we go.
He doesn't want to attack that one. That's
worked in the Zealots on the outside. Interesting decision there.
Well, Axis got a lot of good damage, but now he's starting to throw his army away. The Banelings are going to come in and clear out the charge lots and get that pylon
it does
again,
actually get the pylon, but there are no Zerglings left. All right.
And just is going to have another one go right back down. Axis.
Ray is going to go ahead and re-wall and continue probing up. I think that is the right decision. War Prism flies right past the Overlord, but was Axis paying attention? This is a pretty scary drop. This Immortal and 2 Zealots, actually. And I do not believe that there's going to be anything in the main to stop this, as all of the Zerglings are going back across the map for
there's 7
wave
gates
3.
of production behind this, so we can see, like, basically...
Alright, he's going to warp in a bunch of charge lots. This is a scary attack. These all have +1. He is going to pull the drones. Going right after the lair is Ray. What about on the other side of the map? Everything gets pulled back. He wants to defend this, but that lair is dead. Is there going to be a second warp in? Oh, he gets supply blocked. That's brutal. This attack could actually finish the game if he wasn't supply blocked. He might be... Oh, he is going to tap out anyway. GG from Axis. And Ray able to clutch that one out despite losing a full worker line of probes there. Simply with better tech. I understand the decision to want to follow up the Baneling attack with another Baneling attack, especially if you kill that many probes. But if he would have teched into roaches, I think he would have done much better. Because he did have a decent economy back at home. It wasn't great because he produced so many Zerglings. But after that initial bust, if he would have just droned up, take a third, he would have been in such a good spot. But able to basically do the Protoss thing, as it were. Oh my. Why are you chewing on my hat, sir? Why would you do that? I liked that hat. Now it's all tore up. Why would you do that? Am I not giving you enough attention? Is that why you have to destroy my stuff? I get you perfectly good toys, and you chew up my stuff. Why can't you chew up your stuff? Dogs, my man. You gotta love them, but at the same time, sometimes you want to strangle them. but you would never do that because they're so sweet.
What what kind of dog do you have?
It is a mix between a lab and a beagle. It is actually the most energetic thing you have ever seen in your entire life. But it's not a particularly big dog. He's only 25 pounds.
Okay,
But so he's small enough that I can just grab him and pick him up if I want him to stop.
I see.
But still big enough to do some damage, aren't you? Just as long as you don't start chewing on wires, that's the main thing that I would rather you not do. Is that can start to get dangerous for you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Who
You
is
start chewing on power cords and see how that goes for you. Yeah, it wouldn't end well. Let me tell you. Yeah. Just gotta sit here and pet him while we're casting. Otherwise, he'll go off and do other things bad. All right. It looks like we're officially out of Zergs now. Looks like we're going to move into the other half of the other two races, Protoss and Terran.
Indeed.
Ray winning last game gets to stay, and now we are into our third Alpha member.
Yes. Both
All
players
right.
are on their third slot, so
Alrighty
we
then.
are definitively in Diamond. As
All
it were.
right then. New repugnancy for our PVT. Okay. Winning last match and spawning as the pink Protoss in the bottom left. It is CT6 Ray. And we saw his Zerg build, but I imagine that his PVT build is going to be a little different.
Probably. And in the upper right as the red Terran representing AlphaX, it is Suno.
As in tsunami, or
Perhaps, I'm not sure.
gas first, by the way. Does that mean that he's going to try and go for a quick factory?
It can be. It might just also be to like get the factory out without a hiccup when you're wanting a Reaper expand. So like it's kind of become semi-standard for Terrans to do this like gas first thing, but it definitely opens up more tech possibilities. We're gonna see a second assimilator coming down for Ray, which might be indicative of a proxy Stargate. Well, he's kind of going to the corner. This is, well, he was being chased by an SCV. I don't know what he's gonna proxy, but he's gonna proxy something.
Yeah, he is going to drop a pylon in his main as well. I'm not sure if that's just to try and fool the Reaper whenever it comes over. But it's definitely not going to get supply blocked anytime soon. That pylon has finished up. We're just waiting for the Cyber. I imagine you are correct. I believe it is probably going to be Stargate. And queues up Warp Gate, though. Queues up an Adept and Twilight Council. Alright. Okay. Probably not going to be Blink, seeing as though he's proxied it.
No.
World's fastest DT is not even taking a Nexus. Second gateway going down. Alright, and the Adept is out. Where is the Reaper? There he is. Hello, boy. He's going to come right on in and find an Adept and have to ski-daddle on out of there.
You know, something he's done is with this wall, he's given the illusion that there might be tech behind his base.
Actually, it's going to proxy a gateway as well, so it could be 3 DPs here, yeah.
We need to see some turrets going down, like, now.
Oh, does he have an engineering bay? He is getting an engineering bay, so he might be ready for this. He's
Yeah,
gonna get some Widow Mines.
I don't really want to see too many more workers
Oh,
out
he's
of
getting
him.
a Marauder. Interesting.
He hasn't scouted an expansion, so there's not a whole lot of reason to build more SCVs. He just needs to like play super defensive, because like he knows his opponent is on one base. He doesn't know what the one base is, but
all right, he does not have any scans right now. He's dropped all of his mules, so he might have one scan by the time the DTs get over there. Warp gate is done. Oh, he's getting charge. Interesting. Oh my god, did the Reaper see that? No! Oh my god, he didn't see it. Two DTs are done.
Watch this replay.
Oh, I heard. Oh, he does have a missile turret. He does have a missile turret in his main, so somehow he has sniffed this out a little bit. But he does not have anything in his natural. The DTs are coming in. There is no scan available yet.
Close the wall, close the wall. Oh. Okay.
Oh my god. I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows.
I don't think he knows either.
There is a missile turret, but there's no units over here.
It's gonna fall.
Oh my god, he's just gonna kill the missile turret straight up, and that's it. The DTs are running rampant in the base. He does have one scan. Widow Mines. Oh my god, he has so many Widow Mines. Oh my god, he scans, but he doesn't have any units. Oh no! Oh no! He's decided to go after the engineering bay to stop missile turrets. Another DT is in the natural, going absolutely crazy. Oh my god. And he doesn't have any scans yet. The engineering bay is down. He has no detection of any kind. This is so horrible. How many SCVs does he have? He's down to 17 SCVs. He loads up 8 of them. Widow Mines are burrowed, but the DTs are nowhere near. It's just Marauders, and they just do not care. The DTs are going absolutely crazy. They're now going after this command center. He needs to lift that. And he doesn't. He has no scan. He has no engineering bay. He has all of his SCVs up here. The Widow Mines cannot target cloaked units.
That's the command center or the orbital that's gonna have the scan.
Oh my god, no! The scan goes down, but okay, one Widow Mine does kill one DT, but he has so little left. Back at home, 3 shield batteries, a Robo, and he is teching into a High Templar.
Why not?
He does have charge, I believe, but he's only really killing stuff on the other side of the map with DTs. And I'm not entirely sure why he isn't in the main base killing the rest of these SCVs right now.
He's probably concerned about a scan and feels like he's done enough.
Super supply blocked is our Terran player, by the way.
Oh yeah, he lost supply depot at least. Yeah. Not to mention the orbital on the low ground. This is like a disastrous situation. It's virtually irrecoverable.
Yeah, he is super supply blocked, and he just now got his supply depot done, but he needs to start another one immediately. Oh, okay, there we go. He does have. All right, so he's coming back into this, but look at the supplies: 63 to 70, 38 probes to 18 SCVs. Those DTs are now turning into Archons. Many Zealots are being warped in. This is a desperation drop right here. There are observers out on the field. There are cannons in all of the bases. I suppose if he drops in the bottom corner of the natural, maybe, but oh my gosh. The sexy Archons are here. And this push is going to be deadly. I do not believe the Terran can actually stop this. Alright, Widow Mines are coming in. Shield batteries and a cannon are in position, though. Oh my god, he's not burrowing the mines. No reaction from the Protoss player. So one mine will go off, the other one will accidentally detonate into the assimilator, though, so no deaths there. Only 7 probes going down in total.
Okay.
Is going to be a Dark Templar, and the push, yeah. Oh, that just could not have gone worse for Sineo there. unbelievably bad. And well played by Ray. Very well done. Dark Templar. The fastest Dark Templar as well.
Hmm. Let's see here. Do you see a nemesis somewhere? I think I saw a nemesis somewhere.
Oh my. If that's what Ray's PVT looks like, and we've already seen his PVZ, can only imagine what his PvP must look like. And versus Nemesis, be a very interesting match for sure. How much downtime are we going to have in the next few minutes?
You need to get up?
I think I might have to take care of something. I'm not sure how long it will take. Maybe 5-10 minutes.
I see. Well, maybe we can load into the... Well, I don't know. I don't see
I believe this could be our last match.
It is.
Okay.
Well, it could be. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Technically,
if Ray's able to take out Nemesis.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. It's not dire right now, so I suppose I can wait for a little bit.
I don't know where Nemesis is. And
I believe
if she can play.
I do not see online right now.
Nemesis is messing with me.
Oh.
I have found her. She's just
different server perhaps, or
she's making jokes. I don't even
Okay.
Oh, there she is. What maps are left?
Let me see. I believe Automaton is left.
No, we played that.
Oh, did we? All right.
Yeah, we had Izzy there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
King's Cove.
What about? Have we played on Cyber Forest yet?
We did. I believe King's Cove and
we just
are
did that.
left.
Alrighty then. Excuse me. I can't imagine a worse decision for a PvP. Actually, I guess Port's okay now. Definitely wouldn't want to play on Kings, that place. PvP. Weirdness. That's a really bad joke, Zeno. It's between Cove and Port. So where would you like to sail? God, you are horrible.
I am.
At least my jokes are funny.
Flip a coin or something. Okay. I'm gonna give her King's Cove.
Ting. It's tails. See, you thought it was gonna be heads. But it wasn't. It's always tails.
Is this one of those same-sided coins?
No. Same-sided coins are always heads.
Are they though?
I think so. The one on Dark Knight was.
Well, that one is, but are all of them?
It's the only one I've ever seen. I've never seen a double tails one. Alright. Got your WCS Game Heart edition on there this time. Well done. We're also proud.
My
wow,
goodness.
we are getting a lot of people in this. Good night.
The Discord.
Have more viewers on like that are actually in game than will be in Twitch. Just have to see it live. Alright. At least both of us are quite familiar with the PvP matchup, so we'll be able to commentate the shit out of this. You can tell me about all of the cheesy nonsense that we're about to witness. At least I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we're gonna see a lot of cheesy nonsense, just given the caliber of player that we have right here. Not caliber, the style. Yeah.
Personality.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we're looking at this the wrong way. Or at least maybe I am. I always attribute cheesy players to dickheads. But maybe that's not accurate. Maybe it's just they want to have fun.
Okay.
You know, they want to do their own thing and have fun with the game. Play it as it's not supposed, like as it's air quotes not supposed to be played.
Yeah, I think, well, speaking from the mentality of specifically a cannon rusher, there's this sense of like, how can I break this?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, did you make me a good map, or did you make me a map that has trolls?
Yeah. Like how can we break this situation? If you can force a map change after the season has already started, you've won. Which I believe was the case last season.
Yeah, Port Alexander got changed. The thing is, it's still very good for cannons.
Yeah, it's just you have to do it in a different spot now. It's just not that one spot that's just ridiculously annoying to deal with. Anyways, we are now in game and spawning in the bottom right position, playing for AlphaX. It is the Protoss player Nemesis, playing for the life of her clan right now.
And to the top left, as the teal Protoss mercenary for JaMiT, it is Ray.
Oh, is that this scenario that we're working with? I thought that clan tag was odd. Ray is not making probes.
No, Ray is proxying the pylon at the third base.
I see. But he doesn't
Against
have a
Nemesis.
pylon
Watch this probe. Watch this probe.
Oh, Nemesis. Oh my god. That is so brutal. Oh my god, he's going for a Nexus on... No. No, you can't go for a Nexus on 15, you madman.
Why not?
Oh my god, what am I watching? He's floating almost 700 minerals now. He's taking his gas because he's just like, I guess I have to spend my money on something. Honestly, at this point, make a Nexus. Yeah, go ahead. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, go ahead. You know...
Cybercore is starting for your opponent. Your first pylon hasn't even finished yet, but yeah, let's start a Nexus.
Why not?
He's getting a forge, so that's going to have to be defensive, I would imagine.
Yeah,
He's also getting his first gateway.
I believe what this was supposed to be was proxy for gate. And,
yeah, but proxying your first pylon on the other side of the map?
Well, that's how proxy for gate works.
You proxy all 4 of them?
Yes, that's how proxy for gate works.
Oh my god. That is insanity. Not when I do it, it's not.
No, that's the PvP proxy for gate. And the thing about it is you are supposed to not do it on large maps.
Interestingly, he drops a cannon before his cybercore.
We have an issue.
I see.
There is a pylon of Rays in Nemesis's base. And, okay, here comes
the stalker is on it looks like.
So we will not see corner cannons going down at 240.
What do you think you're doing? This doesn't belong here.
It doesn't. I think it belongs there.
Oh my god, what's actually crazy right now? No cybercore, there's just cannons everywhere. Okay, there goes the cybercore.
Yeah, that...
Oh my god, the Nexus for Ray is actually so early that he might be able to macro his way out of this and make this an actual game. But what is the critical number? What is the critical number of stalkers to start killing pylons?
Well, it's not about the stalkers. There's a proxy robo from Nemesis. She's going to...
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, there is.
She's identified the really weak defensive capabilities of Ray's botched opening.
Yes.
So, I don't feel like the shield battery...
even proxying a shield battery. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's necessary. Will it be immortal?
I mean, if you got a prism with this and want to, jump over this ledge over and over again, then sure. But with the immortal...
These 4 stalkers, micro? Stalker? Ah! Why? Why? Micro, please! What are you doing?
There's no production.
All right, the probes are coming off of the line. Couple of missed volleys there by Nemesis, but it might not matter. All right, the shield battery is going to... All right, yeah, this pylon is going to be shut down. This stalker got surrounded.
Unfortunate.
But Ray's stalker is going to be killed. Oh my god, retargeted at the last second. Oh, a couple of adepts were warped in. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is... Oh, please get the weakened stuff. Thank you. Alright, yeah, with the immortal there, that is just game. And Nemesis takes the victory. What in the world? Oh my god.
So, as someone that knows both of these players with some decent... I'm not terribly familiar with Ray, but I've seen enough of his games, okay? There was nothing about Ray's gameplay there that I was surprised by in oh, well, it's Ray. Okay, yes, this is...
I still can't get over... okay, alright, explain that to me. You say the idea of the build is to put all... Oh, it's just zealots.
Yes.
Okay, when I hear 4-gate, I think stalkers.
No. Forget sense. Tech. We're just sending in zealots, shortly after where cannons would be showing up in your base.
I see.
Yeah.
Alright, then.
Mm-hmm. It can also be 3-gate forge.
Okay.
3-gate
I am
forge
familiar
is a similar...
with that build. But
Yeah, 3-gate
I am
forge.
familiar with that now, but I haven't seen that in a very long time, mostly because it's very bad.
It's fallen out of favor. 3-gate forge has kind of replaced it in that it has a little bit more staying power. So it could have been that as well. All
right.
I will leave the party again and invite you, and then you can
all right then.
Get the.
Oh, is it because Nemesis is on a?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's from Singapore, so
Gotcha.
I need to make sure we are on the correct thing. Where did you go? There you are.
All right. All right. Let's get these. Oh my God, there are actually so many people in our party right now.
I know.
Holy crap.
This is the other reason why I was like, okay, if we need to be specific on server, I'm not going to chance it on like who knows what the server will try to do about selecting like so many people from so many places. It's just gonna be like, geez. Oh, you know, none of you are in Brazil, but we're just gonna stick you there because it has the least traffic right now.
Honestly, let's just all play on Australia. It's like dead over there right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Why only 2 made it to lobby? Oh no.
I mean, I'm having issues trying to invite the rest of them because I can't see their names. Please.
Oh, I was just reading the.
Alright, I think we got them now. Oh my God. I believe Eclipse is a Zerg player. There we go. Alright then. Alright, let us do it. Alright. Now I have some experience now with Nemesis kind of go-to ZVP or PVZ build. So I have big expectations and hopes.
Well, I mean, we saw Ray play, and that's when Ray played his PVZ. It wasn't quite the same, but there were some similar characteristics in the opening and lack of a Stargate.
All right. Last players for both clans now. All comes down to this map. Spawning in the bottom right. The pink Protoss. It is AlpX Nemesis.
Oh, whoops. Okay. There we go.
Well done, Zeno.
I bumped my mouse and then it went to like the far corner of the map while I zoomed in. And yeah, okay. Anyway.
All right, everybody, check out this Fog of War.
In the upper left, as the Red Zerg, representing JaMiT for the final game, it is Eclipse.
Zergy boy. Alright. hatch gas into pool for our Zerg player. Nexus first, as per standard for Nemesis anyway. Followed by Forge, I believe.
I think it's Gateforge for her.
Is it Gateforge? Oh, okay. That works.
She wants the Forge for the cannon defense, but it's like the gate
honestly,
needs to
I
come
wonder
first
if that's
for
even
faster attack.
necessary, though.
The Forge?
Yeah. I mean,
I
Nexus first, I believe you can hold, like, especially if they go for hatch gas pool, I'm pretty sure that you can hold that with double gate. But
I've seen Sunny and Light both play like Nexus first and there's no Forge, but I've also seen Sunny scout something. I don't know. I can't give you all the possible things that he's scouted, but there are certain things that he scouted on like his probe scout, and he just drops his Forge like without even thinking about it.
Cybercore goes down, Cannon goes down, Overlord sees all of it, and it's just like, alright, I'm done here, goodbye, Mr. Protoss.
You know, I'm not sure this is the right wall.
Little oversaturated here. Okay, she is going to put in gas now.
This feels like it's 2 hexes, not 1.
There we go. I believe that it is. I think if you position the Zealot right, though... No, this is way too big. Yeah, that's way too big of a spot.
Yeah, no. This is off.
Yeah. I think she's going to... Yeah, she's going to drop it. Alright, now it's a full wall, I believe.
Well, that works too, I guess.
This gateway is flush with this terrain up here, right? Because I've been bitten by that myself.
Yes, it is.
Alright. Now, she does have her proxy tech out on the map, as per usual for Nemesis as well, is going to be the Twilight. I'm assuming into DTs, because that is just her style. The Zerg is getting Overlord speed, which is going to be absolutely useless because there's no tech in her base! Except a Robo, but that's not very telling, really.
Who says tech belongs in your base? I don't believe tech belongs in your base.
Yeah. Is an adept on the outside. The Stalker is going to be queued, however, to go back in. A single adept is now moving across the map, going to scout it on out, probably looking to make sure that that third is there. Double Evo Chamber into Roach Warren for our Zerg player. Possibly trying to go for some kind of timing. He's getting his lair as well. Adept comes in, is not going to find any drones, but is going to shade. No defense, really. I don't even think there are any Zerglings.
Queens.
The Adept is just scouting on around, is not really interested in fighting at all. Is going to make its way on out, and there goes the Adept. Full scout. Did she see the Roach Warren though? No, she saw she saw a single Evo. She did not see the Roach Warren, but she did see all 3 bases and the lair. Spore crawlers are going down. A little late, even if this was Stargate, but it is good against the DTs.
Despite of not seeing the Dark Shrine.
Yeah. It might be thinking that it is Roach or Charge Lots though. Few roaches.
I don't know. I feel like he sees the gas and like he has all the information he could want. Like he can't expect to see the proxy, right? But in terms of scouting the main, he's seen all the gateways, he's seen the gas that's still mining. So like there's no Stargate, and there haven't been any Stargate units. So like there's a certain I don't know list of possibilities that
okay, there are no defenses here at the third base, so those DTs are going to start going to town. 3 overseers immediately start morphing.
The spore does fall, and the
spore
lair
does,
is...
yeah.
That's actually...
Oh, I didn't even see the main. Yeah, the lair is going down. Oh, that's brutal.
These 4 overseers are going to be all the detection for a little bit.
That is an insanely good War Prism. What? Oh, the recall! Oh, that's so sick! Look at that! If the roaches would have just focus fired, that 1DT would have went down, but no. Accidentally micros forward and does not end up killing any of those. Sick play there by Nemesis, getting those bad boys out of there.
Yeah, very nice start.
Yeah, she's going to go ahead and break down her pylon here, probably wanting to go push out with her immortals and whatnot. Is she going to...
That was powering her robo.
Oh, that's brutal. Oh, the War Prism could come over. War Prism, come over and power that. Hey, War Prism, what are you doing? Get over there and power that robo really quick. Come on.
I don't... Okay, now she's realized. Oh no, she
didn't realize. Oh, that's painful. Completely wasted chrono boost.
No, what's your prism?
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yes. No.
No.
No, please. Just come on. A little more. A little more. There we go.
It's
right
like she could hear us.
All right. Big roach ball coming over, but there are Archons, there are Immortals, there are Zealots with +1, there are DTs in the mix as well. There is a lot of roaches, but those Immortals are going to have something to say about that. +1 Immortals, by the way. 55 damage a shot versus these roaches. 3 hits and you are out. Alright. She does have charge.
Yeah, it was there for the tail end of that engagement, so... It allowed her to close the distance.
Oh, these roaches are going to get grabbed. Alright. Alright, 2 Immortals here with the War Prisms, extra Zealots being warped in, a couple of Stalkers, and 2 DTs, probably for an Archon? Yes. Alright, this is going to be a nasty, nasty push. The lair was not actually rebuilt back in the main.
It's at the natural.
It is up at the natural, but that's a hatchery down. All right, the push is coming in. So many Archons up at the front, so many Stalkers and Immortals, Zealots, everything getting all over that, and Nemesis cleans the game up. GG is called. Very well played. The multi-prong attack of the DT is actually very hard to stop. Very, very nice there by Nemesis. And so AlpX will be your victor in this clan war today.
Indeed, indeed. So we had a full set, or full series going all the way to Game 7. And, yeah, good showing from both clans.
Indeed, indeed. Very, very nice. Unfortunately with that, I do need to go, so I will bail. Thank you guys so much for coming out, listening to me and Zeno babble through these games, and I will catch you guys next time.
Catch you later, Lego.
See ya, Zeno.
Some last closing announcements for those of you that are sticking around for a moment longer. Tomorrow is Saturday. We have lots of events. You'll want to just stay tuned to the channel. You can just like order in, cause like just order yourself a pizza, and like you're gonna have StarCraft starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's gonna kick off with the EU Pro Division, ATL. Then you will also have the Contenders Cup semifinals, which Jedrix, Swagger, Mandolino, and Chris have all made it in, and will be facing off to see who goes to that finals That will be just shortly thereafter at 4 p.m. Eastern. Then there will also be ATL Amateurs America, which will be at 7 Eastern. And then there's not one, but two Alpha Pro Series. The first one being a ZVT between True and Future, starting at 10 p.m. and a midnight showing of Bomber versus Firefly. So, lots of action tomorrow, not to mention all the other events happening Sunday throughout the rest of the week, etc., etc. Stay tuned, lots of things. Okay, that's about it. I will catch you guys next time. Xeno out.